Isaiah King Jr. and the Baltimore Ravens are on the verge of a very big milestone. And speaking of milestones, this channel is a little less than 2,000 subscribers away from 200K, which would be incredible to hit that before the end of 2019. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single episode of Isaiah or any other piece of content that I drop on this channel. Now, as for the Pro Bowl roster, Isaiah obviously was selected, but then replaced because he's playing in the Super Bowl, and you don't want to play in the Pro Bowl, risk getting injured or be tired. You get the biggest game of your career right after. So we're going to go through these really quickly. If a player from your favorite team or one of your favorite players just in general happens to go ahead and make this roster, let me a comment down below. Let me know who ends up making it, who you thought got snubbed. I know we're a couple years in the future. It is 2021, but there's some pretty big name players out there. Maybe there's a surprise or two out there as well. Again, I want to know what you guys think, and yeah, let's jump into the Super Bowl. Let's get it. And actually, before we go to the Super Bowl, I just want to point out Isaiah King Jr. did walk away with the MVP, beating out Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Teddy Bridgewater, and Andrew Luck, who he just beat in the conference championship. The coach of the year goes to John Harbaugh because, again, the Ravens had the single best record in the entire NFL. On the AFC side, Isaiah wins the Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Devin Bush. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Mitch Edwards of the Chargers. The Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to William Elmore of the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals won an award. Baker Mayfield gets Best Quarterback. Best Running Back, again, Isaiah. Receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. Best Offensive Lineman, Ronnie Stanley of the Ravens. Best D Lineman, Myles Garrett. Best Linebacker, Devin Bush. Best DB, Ashley Okoye. And Best Kicker, because they're people too, Jake Elliott. On the NFC side, Teddy Bridgewater gets Offensive Player of the Year. Good for him. You get Defensive Player of the Year and Khalil Mack, who we're about to face. Your Offensive Rookie of the Year is Mark Watt. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Devontae Harden of the Packers. Best Quarterback, Matt Ryan. Best Running Back, Zeke Elliott. Wide Receiver, Julio Jones. Best Offensive Lineman, Zach Martin. Defensive Lineman, Aaron Donald. Best Linebacker, again, Khalil Mack. Best Defensive Back, Quandre Diggs. And Best Kicker, because they're people too, Chris Boswell. And with all those awards, Isaiah has a couple of skill points, 2 to be exact. He can go ahead and upgrade. We're going to upgrade power. First, we get up attitude and 88 overall, +1 awareness to both, +1 to awareness and break tackle, +3 to stiff arm. Then for our second one, we're going pretty much right back to elusive here. He's now at 99 overall, including his morale boost. He gets +1 to agility, elusiveness, spin move, and +2 to his juke move. It's about to be a problem. And some of you guys have actually asked about his legacy score and how he's doing overall in comparison to all the running backs out there. He is only one person behind being the top running back of all time. Adrian Peterson doesn't have nearly the resume of Isaiah from, I guess, a championship standpoint. He's actually doing better, but he has way more yards, way more touchdowns, and all of that adds up. So Isaiah, very shorter career than what Adrian Peterson has had, but he's on his way to being that #1 running back. The Super Bowl is here. It is the Baltimore Ravens, the most electric offense and one of the best defenses in the entire NFL, versus the monsters of Midway, the Chicago Bears, a team that has really searched for a quarterback their entire history of their franchise. They maybe have that guy, at least in the virtual world, Mitch Trubisky, but he's nowhere near as good as that man right there, Lamar Jackson. Is there anybody more electric than him in the NFL? Well, if there is, the only person it could be Isaiah King Jr. The Ravens get the ball first. They have an opportunity to set the tone. And what better way than to run directly at Khalil Mack? That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Isaiah is going to fumble. He ran right at Khalil Mack, and he said, not today. There's a saying that everybody has a plan until they get hit in the mouth. Shout out to Mike Tyson for that. But Isaiah maybe shouldn't have run directly at Khalil Mack, especially if he was going to fumble the football. But the good news is he does get a nice little outside run there. It's like a face mask from the defense. We're going to obviously accept that one, but there's a lot to do as they're down 7-0 early. I mean, Isaiah may have been the MVP, but Khalil Mack was the Defensive Player of the Year, the Linebacker of the Year, and he's one of the greatest defensive football players we've seen in a long time as Isaiah picks up 10 big yards. Lamar Jackson has been itching to get a shot here to do something big with a play action coming. Lamar's got Isaiah. He is going to find him. Looks like there may have been a holding penalty because Khalil Mack was trying to get at Lamar pretty quickly. And there it is, the holding penalty against Orlando Brown Jr. So that gain was great, except for the fact that our holding penalty dropped us 10 yards back. From the 45, Isaiah's finding some room. The juke move goes nowhere, but still another big yardage pickup. The yardage was great, but we're still here at 2nd and 11. Ball to Willie Snead, nearly was picked off, but we'll take that completion for 9. That 9-yard pickup now gives Isaiah an opportunity to convert here on 3rd and 1. Partially field goal territory, but it's going to be a little tough here. Isaiah is going to pick that up, though. Short yardage conversion. The goal so far is run far and far away from Khalil Mack and just block him. Isaiah, though, had an opportunity to run, but got scared of Khalil and doesn't get what he should have. 2nd and 8 here from the 31. Again, Baltimore looking to tie it up. Khalil Mack is on a tear. This ball goes underneath to Willie Snead, who should pick up the first down and a little bit more. Well, Isaiah's a little bit nervous. Again, the biggest game of his career, his first carry in the biggest game of his career. He fumbles. It's just not a good look, but he's got to capitalize soon for his team. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Khalil Mack looks so ready to sack Lamar right here. FX screen, Isaiah's there. The spin move was incredible. He breaks out of that. The juke move, that's the Isaiah King Jr. that people paid to see. I don't want to get too excited, but that might have been one of the best runs he's had all season. Granted, it wasn't a touchdown. The moves, the spacing, the situation, they were all incredible. There's a stark effort to get this running game going. The left side is not looking super good, but we're going to try for it anyway. So again, operation run away from Khalil Mack as much as you can. Isaiah's going to break the tackle. Khalil hits him, but he carries him into the end zone, and the young fella has done it. He scored in the Super Bowl. He's wanted to do it, but look, you got to have more points than the Bears, because if not, you're going to go home real unhappy. Our defense stepped up incredibly well there. After Isaiah gave our defense a really bad situation on the first drive, they did so much better where they actually had a normal field position to work with, and they shut them down, forcing them to punt. Lamar had a nice little first down pass there from the 27 now. A lot of time. Lamar's going to take off running. He's got a situation where he runs into his own offensive lineman, and he gets sacked for a yard. First quarter is done. We have 3 quarters of football left right now. Lamar shotgun, heavy front here by Chicago. They are trying their best to stop Isaiah, and they're doing a fairly good job of it right now. I mean, granted, Isaiah's running for about 4.5 yards per carry. That's not the best for what he typically does. Usually he's closer to 6 or 7. 3rd and 6 now. Again, Isaiah in pass protection. He's going to block Khalil Mack. Lamar's going to be able to run away. Lamar slide. We don't want you to fumble. It's the Super Bowl, young fella. Such an important play for Isaiah to be able to block Khalil Mack there, because if he doesn't, Lamar is in a much different situation. Here's Isaiah. Wide open. Instead, it goes to Willie Snead. Willie Snead is going to pick up what looks to be 7 or 8. Apparently, our eyes are not working quite like we thought they were. That ends up only being 6 yards. But still, going back to the run. Isaiah sees that block. Isaiah's going to try to get to the edge. He runs through a guy and brings him down to the 45. And breakaway run, we're so used to seeing Isaiah pull off at some point of the game, especially early on in the game, hasn't quite been there. But the solid amount of yardage that he's been able to get has been there, except for a couple of plays like that one. 2nd and 9. Lamar moves under center this time. Play action fake again. Isaiah there to pass protect. This ball so deep. He's got a guy in Hayden Hurst who is going to unfortunately tap into a defender. And Chicago is going to take over from the 20. This team has worked too hard, too long to let little turnovers like that get them down. Let's start over on a brand new drive. Isaiah gets hit again super hard as the 2-minute warning is coming up. 2-minute warning is here. It is imperative that Baltimore scores, because the Bears are going to get the ball back here in the second half. FX screen. Isaiah's wide open. Cuts back a little bit. Breaks the tackle. Are you kidding me? He hurdled the man. Isaiah is off to the races. He has one guy chasing him down. Algamura is not going to get him. And look at that. Isaiah goes into the end zone. Just excuse me. Time to celebrate. 74 yards to the house. Unfortunately, Chicago's going to go down and score a touchdown of their own. So we're down 7 going at halftime, and they're getting the ball back. One last opportunity for a Hail Mary. Lamar's running. He's looking pretty solid. Isaiah throws a block. Might have been a little bit meaningless. Lamar's trying to scramble, and he slides. Probably smart there. He gets down to the 33, but we're going to go into halftime down 7 points. It's not ideal. Chicago gets the ball back. If our defense can come out and play incredibly well to start the second half, we might be okay. But if not, we might be in trouble. Now, it looks like Chicago got the ball. They turned it over, and we have it here from the 26-yard line. So we're going to go ahead and run it with the best player in football, who is not going to get anything. That brings up a pretty incredible opportunity here to get a first down. 3rd and 3, likely a blitz. Khalil's coming. Lamar's running. And it looks like a field goal is coming up for us right now. The good news is the field goal is good. The better news is, well, we have the ball from the 36-yard line, and we're only down 4. Khalil Mack coming hot off the edge. The ball goes to Willie Snead. He's got no moves in his hips, but he will get us closer to a first down. 2nd down and 4. 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Tension. You can feel it. Isaiah gets to the edge. A good juke move, and he's brought down this time inside the red zone. You want to look up the definition of a textbook run. You look up that play by Isaiah. Now they blitz heavy. Isaiah's got an opportunity to get into the end zone. Isaiah's going to try to truck through a defender. They bring him down to the 1. And Baltimore can take the lead on the next play if they're smart. Baltimore comes out of shotgun. Chicago is going to move around a little bit. They were not expecting that at all. First and goal from the 1. Lamar, a lot of time, throws one in and is picked off by who else but Khalil Mack as Isaiah tackles him in the end zone. Chicago has done what no one thought they could, stop Baltimore in the red zone. Now with that play, they ended up getting a field goal. Again, kudos to our defense for not letting them getting a touchdown, but Chicago right now is in the driver's seat. Fourth quarter is here. Got 2nd and 8. We have 8 minutes left to get the lead back and hold on to it. Screens have been pretty money, but Lamar waited way too long, and that one wasn't even caught. So with 3rd down and 8, Isaiah's going to stay back and pass protect because we got to feel a blitz is coming. Lamar throws it underneath to Mark Andrews, who has been stellar, but on that play, he's nowhere close to a first down. Baltimore's punting yet again. The best news we could have received, however, is that Chicago cannot do anything on offense. Again, kudos to our defense for stepping up. A deep punt to Isaiah inside his own 5. Probably should have returned this one, but Isaiah says, I've done better things than that. Isaiah's going to return it through the middle and gets down to the 31. 1 block away from going to the house on that one. Something this team has not done very well is get Isaiah an opportunity to run to the outside. So here to start the drive off. Little halfback toss. Isaiah's looking to get some room, and he has nowhere to go. 2nd down and 10. Lamar chills back in shotgun. I get that passing game going. It's been kind of tough. Isaiah down the middle is going to hold on to it and picks up a big chunk of yards. Thanks to a crazy run earlier off a reception, Isaiah has over 100 yards receiving on just 4 grabs. Ball's floated out to Isaiah again. He wasn't expecting that one, but wait a second. He breaks the tackle. I believe a face mask is going to come in. The referee is confirming that one, and guess again, we've got another first down coming up, this time from the 28. Comes an opportunity. Lamar does not like what he sees, however, is going to move it to the right-hand side. Apparently, he's not going to move it to the right-hand side. He keeps it on the left. Isaiah again, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I mean, we're talking right now a career low in rushing yards for Isaiah. 2nd and 15. Man has 67 rushing yards on the afternoon. Isaiah probably could have broke that one for a first down, but he runs into his own lineman yet again. 3rd and 5. Baltimore has relied a lot on screen passes, and if they get them, they work. But if they don't, well, they're pretty ugly. That one was pretty ugly. Field goal coming up. I stand corrected. Coach Harbaugh says, let's go for it. It's the Super Bowl. Got to make a play here. So 4th and 5. Isaiah roams out, but it goes to Willie Snead, who holds on to it, and they're going to bring him down at the 12. Baltimore is still alive in the game. A big Baltimore first down. Isaiah's feeling like he can do something here to put his team back on the map. Isaiah's running. He's got an opportunity. He's trying to go through. I believe he has a first down. We'll wait for the refs to signal it, but it's looking like it's going to be 2nd and inches. It's not looking good for Isaiah at the moment. See if Lamar can switch at the line of scrimmage. Moves it to the right-hand side. Looking for 1 block on the edge. Isaiah's got it. He hits him with a spin move, and Isaiah is back into the end zone. His team is going to tie it up, assuming the best kicker in the game can make the extra point. Here we are. 1st and 10, 1:04 left. 1 timeout. We're only down 3 points. Ball thrown across the middle. Mark Andrews out here running wild. We see you, Mark Andrews. Good play. And he's injured. There's an injury timeout. We now have no timeouts left. Not exactly ideal. This is going to be tough here for Baltimore. Again, they need a field goal. They've got to catch passes, get out of bounds, or just not catch them at all. Isaiah here. Going to get this one. He's going to smartly get out of bounds, too, because he knows getting caught in bounds is not good. And there's Justin Tucker, the best kicker in the game. Needs it at the 43-yard line. 6 yards there by Isaiah in that screen pass. 52 seconds left. Again, this is the game right here. They got to get something major. This ball is thrown, and it is nearly picked and nearly caught at the exact same time. A major 3rd down coming up. We're in 4-down territory right now. Isaiah is involved in this pass play. Isaiah's open. He's going to catch that one, and he drops it. You've got to be kidding me, Isaiah. You got to hold that one in. This is it. All the marbles right here. The game is on the line. 4th down, 4 yards to go. Isaiah's open. It's floated to him. He catches it, and he's smart. He gets out of bounds. What a way to redeem yourself, Isaiah. Lamar has been looking extremely good right now. We are in field goal territory, but we want to get our guy closer or get a touchdown. We do not want to go into overtime. How well the Bears have played. This ball gets to Isaiah. The juke moves there. Wait a second. Isaiah's got some opportunities going to the end zone. He's got 1 guy in front of him. He ends up going down. They've got to go to a hurry up. They got to spike this football. Lamar spikes it with 15 seconds left. Baltimore still has an opportunity here. That being said, Coach Harbaugh says, I don't want to risk it. He kicks the field goal. We find ourselves in overtime after Chicago gets nothing. Ball is back here with Baltimore trying to do something. They're going to get it over here to our guy, Hollywood Brown, who picks up, it looks like 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Again, a field goal will win the Super Bowl right now as we are in a rare overtime Super Bowl. Ball off to Isaiah. Plenty of room here. He doesn't get the first down, but he does get to the field goal marker. It is insane to think that we have found ourselves into overtime, and Isaiah still does not have 100 yards rushing on the game. He's trying to break that here. He's got an opportunity. Jumps over a guy laying on the ground, and he's down to the 34 now, just crossing 100. No one wants this victory more than Isaiah King Jr. He is trying to do this for his team, for his franchise, for everyone that's doubted him. But Roquan Smith comes up with a probably touchdown-saving tackle. Baltimore is definitely slow playing it. They do not want to risk an interception. They believe that Isaiah will not fumble it. They give him proper blocking, and he's got a guy in front of him. He ends up juking so slowly, and he's down at the 21. Momentum is there. The opportunity is there. From the 21, Baltimore goes back to Isaiah. He's going to try to get himself to the edge. The jukes are looking good, and he gets lit up that time by a guy whose name I can't pronounce. 2nd and 4 from the 15. Halfback toss for Isaiah. He's got some room, and that's it. Isaiah is in. It is an overtime celebration. He has won the game. He started off with a fumble that led to points. He put his team down early, but just like that, a couple of good blocks, an incredible run. Isaiah King Jr. has won the Super Bowl. The Baltimore Ravens. 33-27. Harbaugh cannot believe it. His team was down. His team had a fight. They had to use every single second possible out there. They got the job done, and the Baltimore Ravens are Super Bowl champions on the backs of both Lamar Jackson and Isaiah King Jr. And your Super Bowl MVP, none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Isaiah King Jr. 27 carries, 136 yards, not 1, not 2, 3 rushing touchdowns on the day. You gotta love it. The Baltimore Ravens were doubted by many. They finished the regular season 14-2. All that matters. At the end of the season, Lamar Jackson, Isaiah King Jr., Hollywood Brown, the whole squad is out here hoisting Lombardi Trophy. Will Isaiah King Jr. be back in Baltimore? Does he go for a 2-peat? Does he go somewhere else with his talents? I need to know from you guys in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for supporting this series, and you can help me decide where Isaiah King Jr. goes for his next in future seasons.